Okay, let me tell y'all how I tried to make alkaline electric spelt tortillas from scratch, and I think I failed, y'all. It was going so good up until the end. I have no clue what I did wrong, but I'm gonna still show y'all me attempting to make these tortillas, and maybe you can let me know if you experienced the same thing within your journey. So I got the spelt flour, my avocado oil, my raw agave, my measuring cups, a big bowl, my rolling pin to roll out the dough, parchment paper sheets, spring water, which I wouldn't recommend this water that I got in this video. Get you some Mountain Valley. That's the real spring water, okay? So first I got 2 cups of spelt flour. You can do 1.5 spelt and 1.5 commute flour, because that's what it actually says on the recipe. But I didn't have commute flour. I only have spelt. So I did 2 cups of spelt flour. I'm actually wondering, was that my issue? Is that my problem of why this didn't come out the way that I expected it to? But let's keep going. That's besides the point. I'm gonna let y'all see the end results. Next, I'm adding a half a teaspoon of sea salt in my bowl, adding 1/3 cup of avocado, and I'm mixing this up. I went ahead and added a half of teaspoon of agave, and this is actually optional, but I added this in because I just wanted some agave in there. So after you do that, you just want to mix it all up. Mix it all up. Okay, so then I took some boiling spring water. I actually boiled the spring water because they say this supposedly helps with the dough consistency. So I mixed a little of this in, and I kept pouring in water little by little until I got the consistency that I wanted. And then if it got a little bit too watery, I added in more flour, and I mixed until it was a consistency where I can pick up the dough without it being like sticky, like right here where I can't create an actual ball without it actually sticking to my fingers. They say adding more flour causes it not to stick, so that's what you see me doing here. So here I just laid out my parchment paper in a pan. I did add oil on the actual pan, and once I put the parchment paper on top, it actually bleeds through the paper, which is great. And then on top of the paper, I added a little bit of flour. I sprinkled that on there like that, like so, like that, like so, like there, like so, like there. I didn't know how much to add, so I just kind of like guesstimated, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, I tried to roll up my dough, but it was still sticky. So I added in 2 more cups of flour, and I kept mixing, and I finally got what I thought was like a pretty good consistency. But honestly, I had no clue. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I had no clue what was going on or what I was doing. I rolled these up. I had my daughter help me roll out the dough on a pan. We created like medium-sized balls. I ended up creating like 8 of these to create tortillas. that, on top of the parchment paper, I took my rolling pin and started to roll the balls out to create that tortilla. But I feel like I maybe went wrong with, I don't know if maybe the thickness or the thinness of the tortilla. I don't know, like maybe I rolled them a little bit too thin, or were they still too thick? I'm not really sure, but I'm kind of thinking maybe that's where I went wrong. But y'all can let me know in the comments below. So me and my daughter kept on rolling until we finished them all. A cast iron skillet and added on some grapeseed oil to cook the actual tortillas. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous because I didn't like how the tortillas look. But it takes time to adjust to this lifestyle because the food is not going to look like what you're used to, and that's something that I'm kind of learning. Is the food is gonna look different from, you know, your everyday meals that you've been eating. So I cooked it, but see how my tortilla looked? It looked like a pancake, so I was kind of mad. I don't know what I did wrong. I couldn't like fold it into like a tortilla, like a regular tortilla. When I did, it would break. So I honestly have no clue what I did wrong. It was actually like really discouraging because I really wanted to get this right, but it just wasn't doing it for me. So I just took it as an L and scrapped that batch and said, I'm gonna try this again another time, because unfortunately I ended up just using already done tortillas for my walnut taco meat I was learning to make. And yeah, that was it. I want to be able to share my fails and my wins with you guys when it comes to trying to eat plant-based. I'm really hoping that one day I will be able to be a full-time, full-on, full-blown plant-based eater, but right now it's all trial and error for me. I'm still learning. I'm not completely full-out plant-based, but I do hope to be one day, and that is why I wanted to share my journey with you guys, the fails and the wins, and we try to do this thing together, okay? I know that the reason why I enjoy sharing not only my fails and my wins is because I know this journey can be very emotional and hard sometimes, and I know I'm not going to get every meal right when learning, and that's just with cooking in general. When you're trying to learn any new skill, especially when you're trying to learn how to cook new things, try new recipes in general, and like I said, anything that you're trying to learn, you're going to fail sometimes, and I want to highlight that that is okay. Don't let that make you feel bad. Don't let people be mean to you and say mean things. When you're trying to learn something, don't let other people discourage you from not wanting to learn and not wanting to try and not wanting to fail. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Make sure to check out my next one and let me know what I should try out next as far as like recipes or what you guys would like to see me make next. And until next time, I love you and I will see you at the top. Peace.